Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to talk all about Ghost of Tsushima's PC release, the Director's Cut's PC release. And obviously, we did talk a lot about the controversy, but now the game is officially out, and you can see the reception for the game. And yes, I had said in previous videos that even with all of this controversy, I still expected Ghost of Tsushima to sell pretty damn well, and it seems like the game is selling pretty damn well. And the stats I'm going to go over are pretty damn impressive, given that, you know, there were some complaints about other reasons outside of the obvious PlayStation Network account linking, but there were the complaints of the typical PlayStation stuff, 4-year-old game, $60, but primarily, when we go over the player stats, you have to remember that the game isn't playable in a ton of different regions, and that obviously impacts sales to an extent. I don't know how much it impacts sales, but I think going over these numbers, given that this is one of the most successful PlayStation launches outside of Marvel Spider-Man and God of War, I believe this is number 3. And Helldivers 2, of course. Helldivers 2, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War, I believe, are the top 3. Ghost of Tsushima, I think, would be number 4. Horizon Zero Dawn is in the mix as well. But Horizon Zero Dawn also had the element of it having the novelty of being the first PlayStation on PC title. And before I get into this video, if you guys are interested in picking up the game for yourself, gotta give a shout out to our good friends over at CD Keys. They've got the game down to $49.99. Look, a lot of people complaining about the price, and yeah, the price is kind of expensive, but get it for $50 instead of $60 and more than $60 with tax, but $50, it'll redeem directly on Steam stateside, and yeah, $49.99, pretty good, Iki Island expansion, all that good stuff. But let's talk some of the stats. We'll talk Steam reviews. Currently, as I am recording this video, there are 59,555 people playing the game, which is a really successful number. I refreshed and it went up a little bit, 59,642, which is a very, very impressive number, given that, again, 4-year-old game, $60 price tag, and obviously, if it was a day one release, I imagine that it would be in the, you know, lower to mid 6 figures. Like, literally, I believe it would be like 200,000 to 400,000 players that would be concurrently playing this game, but that's not what Sony's trying to do. We have to assess it relatively to other games that have a delayed release, and 59,000 is an incredibly successful number, especially given the fact that this game has been locked out in various regions because of the PlayStation account linking. To give you guys some reference points, God of War peaked at 73,529, and I think as far as PlayStation non-Helldivers 2 releases, as in delayed releases, God of War is number 1. Marvel Spider-Man peaked at 66,436. Remember that also God of War was a release at $49.99 versus $59.99. Marvel Spider-Man was priced at $59.99, and that was up from the $50 price point a lot of the other ones had. But, bro, you're talking Spider-Man. Spider-Man is gargantuan as an IP. Even to come within striking distance of Spider-Man, that is an incredibly, incredibly impressive stat. I don't think that should be understated whatsoever, and we know with both God of War and Marvel Spider-Man, those games were home runs from a sales standpoint. So you're talking about God of War and Spider-Man, 2 franchises with accepted lineages. Well, with Spider-Man, obviously from a gaming standpoint, it was new in that it was Insomniac's first Spider-Man game, but Spider-Man is a massive, massive IP. Ghost of Tsushima, brand new IP, it's coming out of the gate swinging with 59,000 concurrent players. That is remarkable. To circle back to Horizon Zero Dawn, which, remember, that game had the added advantage of being available in multiple regions that Ghost of Tsushima isn't available with, and it had the novelty of being the first PlayStation on PC game. Now, it also had the detriment of it being a trash port, so do keep that in mind, but that game peaked at 56,000 players. That was also released at $49.99, and it came out 3.5 years after the release of Horizon initially, instead of 4 years. That's not a big deal, but I do think that novelty of it being the first PlayStation game on PC does matter quite a bit. So when you look at it from that standpoint, Ghost of Tsushima from a concurrent player standpoint, look, we have to compare these numbers relative to expectations, relative to the fact that this is a 4-year delayed release. this is a home run. You cannot cut it any other way from a concurrent player standpoint. It is an absolute home run given the comparison points of God of War, Spider-Man, and Horizon, all three of those games being available in more regions. Horizon having the benefit of it having the novelty of being the first PlayStation PC title, and the other two games being attached to monstrous, gargantuan IPs in Spider-Man and God of War. I think this reiterates how much people wanted Ghost of Tsushima on PC, and the crazy thing is, I don't know what the difference would have been if this game was available in all other regions, but I imagine that there would have been a shot for this game to crack the #1 spot. And that is absolutely insane to think about. So even though I can say that this has been a resounding success, you also have to look at it from the lens of how big could this game have been. And I talked about it over and over again when this game was announced, and even ahead of its announcement, that it was shocking to me whenever I talked about PlayStation on PC. Obviously, you would hear people say Bloodborne. That was like, you would hear Bloodborne over and over again. It like became a meme at that point. Ghost of Tsushima was the one that really surprised me how much I heard it over and over again of people wanting this game on PC. And at that point, and I get it that I have a small audience relative to the entirety of PC gaming, but generally speaking, I can pick up on how much the PC gaming audience wants a certain title and generally how excited people are for something. Ghost of Tsushima, I knew that people were going to be incredibly excited about it. The fact that it's pulling these numbers with the handcuffs placed on it, with the PlayStation Network account linking, and it just having so much bad press, you could say all press is good press, but in this case, the game was legitimately taken off storefronts in various regions. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This game was hampered. This game was handcuffed in terms of the ceiling it could have reached. And the fact that it's still doing this well, incredibly impressive from that standpoint. And, you know, Nyx has knocked it out of the park with the port. We all know this. I hate Sony for what they did with PlayStation Network account linking, and more than anything, the game not being available in those regions. The fact is, a lot of people just want to play this game from a single-player standpoint. They probably would still pay the regular price point because that's how little they care about Legends. Legends, I do think, is good, and I don't want PlayStation Network account linking to be something that's in every game across the board, just because that opens the door for Sony to get away with a lot of stuff, and that's my issue with it. But, you know, we're handcuffing this game as far as how good it could do, and it's still doing very well, which I think is just remarkable. The game itself is fantastic, and it pulling these numbers 4 years after its release, it being handcuffed, I think is a testament to how much people wanted this game. Right now, it is sitting at a very positive reception, 4,700 reviews, 85% positive. The negative reviews are seemingly tied to people having issues with the game not being available in certain countries. I'm hearing some people are dealing with crashes. My experience, and my boy's playing it as well, his experience has been fantastic. Everybody I'm talking to, their experience has been fantastic. I'm playing a lot of games right now, so like Ghost of Tsushima, I know this is going to be shocking to you guys, but isn't one that I am jumping out of my seat to play right away. I really want to get away from just jumping into a game when I haven't finished other games, and I have quite a few games on my plate right now. I'm absolutely going to dive into it and going to play the hell out of it, but I know when I play Ghost of Tsushima on PC, I'm gonna go for a completionist run and try to do everything, every single thing that's in the game. That's what I did with Horizon Forbidden West as well, and given that I played these games on PlayStation, if I do another run, I want to go and do everything and see every little thing the game has to offer. So it's just a daunting undertaking, but I'm excited to get into it, but just not right now, not right away am I gonna sink, you know, tons of hours into the game, playing a lot of other stuff right now, but doing very well, and yeah, unfortunate about the game not being available in certain regions, and the game could have done even better. There's a legit chance it could have broken the record for most concurrent players outside of Helldivers 2, as far as, you know, these delayed releases and whatnot. It could have broken the record. It literally could have, but when you don't have so many countries being able to buy the game, yeah, that's going to handcuff you quite a bit. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts, and again, if you want the game cheaper, CD keys, go check it out there. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.